Greetings, mortals. I am Nofays. I am delighted to meet you all. I am beginningless, and I will remain without ending until time extends, and so it goes. I, as many before me, have a message of things to come. A new world paradigm is emerging, where Africa subsists independently of the West. This scares the West, because they have seen what it will cost them. The entire modern Western society is built on African labor in some way, form, or another. Were this African labor force to begin rendering these continuing services of contribution to Western civilization no longer an option, then the Western Empire would crumble. Slavery expands capital. Capital drives the West. Capitalism came to Africa, to South Africa, on a ship. Capitalism transcends race. It is a force of possession. The more you have, the more you want. It is a beautiful notion which demystifies the human experience. The modern African, though colonized, though still being colonized by Western media, is beginning to realize that he doesn't have to subscribe to Western media, and would not be required to access Western media were there the option of an African media. Think about that, a point of discussion. Imagine having an online video streaming channel called #Bonang, and everyone in Africa can only go there to watch videos. We restrict Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter in Africa by branding our own, as the Eastern Empire has done and maintained most well. So, as yourself, am I crazy or are you lazy? However, there is grey area, so we are having a conversation. You are free to comment and leave points of discussion. We, each of us, have minds with things in them. We have hearts with feelings. We have souls with compassion seeping through every opening. The one before you is veiled by fate to remind you that time is of absolute essence, the absolute essence. These must fall has greater consequences than what many are voicing and being heard saying. #Fees must fall. An uneducated society is a vulnerable society. A society where ministers live in opulence, dismissing the objections of mass collectives of people on an array of social issues is the result of celebrating an uneducated society. Remember, there was no education on African shores 400 years ago. What was learned was how to survive these plains. Education was adopted, post the era of ministry schools and Christianization and other forms of brainwashing that wound us where we are now in 2016. The generation this body represents was born in a time of transition. The right to transition was won for us. However, the way is to be led by us. Our parents have been in ministry and vice chancellorship for far too long. Who am I to say these things? I am no one. I have no face. I have no home of my own yet. I was born in South Africa. I have lived in South Africa ever since. I was granted the privilege of education from a very early age. I was hybridized. I was molded into what you see before you, an idea you have seen before. The idea is a powerful one. It is very practical. We each of us know what this idea is. What is most important to remember is that we built the modern world by wit or by trick. They got our male bodies to toil and our female bodies to raise more than just their own children. There was a project, and most of the ones who founded it are dead or dying. What this project has amassed can do more than simply free education, but also create a new notion of education. Our nation needs linguists and literature. Our native tongues are facing extinction. We need to teach our ways as Africans to future generations of Africans. However, how much of our sense of self has been brainwashed out of us? We must settle this agenda. We must build from basic ideas, imaginings and recollections. The culture of reimagining in film and theatre is a beautiful one to revisit. I remember when I still had a face. Now is not the time for faces, however. Now is a time for more than one story, and this one has just begun.